Hi guys, King Wizard here today. I've been really active today. This is a casual Yu-Gi-Oh deck that I've built pretty much centered around Trance the Magic Swordsman. I love his art. I have a huge thing for like big ass swords, and I love spellcasters. So he like fits both of them, and I just absolutely love his artwork, and I love his potential lore. Like there's like it's you know, pretty much he's just an adult version of Neo the Magic Swordsman. Um, and Neo went through the other dimension and all of that stuff. Love the lore behind him. Um, it's just wonderful. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and quit rambling about lore and go into this. So to start off, obviously we have three Trance the Magic Swordsman, two Folk Cult Cannon, two Sky Dragoons of Draconia, two Sea Dragoons of Draconia, two Dark Red Enchanters, two Breaker the Dark Magical Warrior, three Blizzard Princess, three Legion the Fiend Jester, two or three Dragodius the Empowered Warrior, and two Azure Dragon Summoner or Blue Dragon Summoner. Um, for the spells, I have two one-shot wands, two Spellbook of Powers, three Upstart Goblins, two Spellbook of Wisdom, and one Duality. For the traps, I have three Dark Renewals and three Call of the Haunted. For the extra deck, I'm running two Dorito, the Moral Leader. Um, this is something that I was testing out some of the rank ups, and I didn't like it, so I changed it. But this card just kind of was left in because of that. One Photon Strike Bouncer, one Gauntlet Launcher, one number 72 Shogi Rook, one Exector Exabeetle, two Impressive Prophecy, one Volcasaurus, one Wind Up Arsenal's Mayo, and three Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger. So, some quick notes about this deck. Legion the Fiend Jester is definitely the primary engine of the deck. He is what makes so many of your plays. Um, you can normal summon him, and then you pretty much using his condition or slash effect, then normal summon Trance, which would then search Folk Alt Cannon. You can also normal summon Blizzard Princess, and then once again search Folk Alt Cannon. If you happen to have another Pendulum in your hand, like Sky Dragoons or Sea Dragoons, that pretty much sets up a 2 to 7 Pendulum scale, which is wonderful. Which you can then potentially special summon Breaker the Dark Magical Warrior, which when he's Pendulum summoned, he gets 3 counters on him, which is just wonderful. It puts him up to a 2800 beat stick, which if you activate his effect, it turns him to a 200, I believe, or 26. I don't know. I can't math. 2400. Yeah, 24. Um, I probably still got that wrong. And then everything else is pretty much Dark Red Enchanter is just kind of a generic. Since activating pendulums counts as spell counters, counts as placing a spell, he gets spell counters, which is then great because he turns into either a pretty big beat stick or his effect is wonderful. Um, all the other monsters are pretty much there for searching. Blue Dragon Summoner can, you know, search out your trance, or I believe, yeah, he can search out Foucault's Cannon as well, but most of the time you're going to search Foucault off of Legion the Fiend Jester. Um, and Dragodius is there to search out Trance, I believe. Yeah, because you can set him, and then when he's destroyed, you can search Trance. The reason why I'm doing that and not running Summoner's Art is because I want to keep this deck really budget. And for the most part, it is. Uh, because Summoner's Art, while it is better than Dracodius, Summoner's Art is a like $10 card that you would need 3 of in this deck, and I believe already this deck is cheaper than $30. I'm not gonna spend an additional $30. Um, for the traps, I'm running Dark Renewal. People may not know what this is yet, but it is coming out later this year in the Yugi decks that are coming out at the end of the year. But if you don't know what this does, it was used in the anime in the episode with Arcana, where Yugi dueled Arcana. And what this does is when your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster or monsters, you can activate this and then target one of those monsters, and then one spellcaster type monster you control, send both of them to the graveyard, then special summon one dark spellcaster type monster from your deck or graveyard. This card is wonderful. Not only does it get rid of whatever they happen to get out, but then you establish board presence as well with it. It's such an awesome card. That and gets kudos because it was in the anime. Running one-shot wand to not only help my monsters kind of beat stick over some other things, but it also can help consistency because you can just, after they attack, pop the one-shot wand and then draw a card. Same thing with Spellbook of Power. It's good because it helps your spellcasters run over things, as well as if they do happen to run over something, you can search that Spellbook of Wisdom, which is then used to help protect your spellcasters from destruction by traps or potentially spells. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of this deck. It is, again, it's a pretty casual deck, but honestly it does have, like, if you open the right cards in the right scenario, it can be very lethal, especially with Blizzard Princess. I know Trance the Magic Swordsman isn't the best card, obviously, but he, out of all the level 6s, he's tied with the highest attack of all level 6 normal monsters with, he's tied with Frostosaurus, I think. So that's pretty cool. The fact that he's Earth kind of bugs me. If he was like light or dark, he would be phenomenal, especially if he was dark, because then he would be special summon off of Dark Renewal. But yeah, I still have Breaker and Dark Red Enchanter to get off of Dark Renewal. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. Don't really mind the side deck. These are just cards that especially the rank ups, these are just cards that I threw in there just to kind of remind myself that they exist. I don't even know what I'd put for a side deck for this deck. But yeah, that's the deck. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.